So now please look at here. Today we will talk about the loops. Okay, in loops, actually we will have the two approaches to deal with our routine task. Okay, later I will show you how to use in the while loop and the for loop. Okay, please stop your typing. Okay, we will keep going. Okay, just how to use the loop to execute the same code multiple times. Okay, so for the loops in Python, actually the Python will provide us different approaches to deal with a repeating routine. What is repeating routine? For example, you needed to print from the 1 to 100. And if you cannot using the loops, and we will using the print 1, print 2, print 3, and keep printing, and till to the print 100. So that is you needed to get the 100 lines. Okay, that is you needed to put so many effort to do that. But if today you're using the loops, maybe you're using the 2 lines or 3 lines, you can finish it. Okay, so loops can just help you to finish the repeating routine. Okay, and in this idea, just you can imagine that, for example, when you are in your hometowns, like in the Jiayi or in Zhanghua, Hsinchu, and you needed to start from your home, and you needed to arrive at our school. So you needed to take the train, Taiwan high-speed rail, and the train, and your bicycle, and then finally you will get your destination. So there has so many things, so many transportation approach you needed to take. But actually, this is just the first time you needed to take the effort to think about what's my first transportation, what's the second one, what's the third one. Actually, that is just our repeating routine, right? So maybe today you are already year 3, you just tell your family that, oh, I will go to Cheong University, and they will know you conduct a series of the process, right? You no need to mention it. So this is just like a loop. Something is just quietly repeat. Okay, you didn't need to put any effort to repeat it. So you needed to put all the things in the function, and that will be finished. So that is just a loop concept. And later I will tell you the while loop. Actually, we have the 2 loops. One loop is for loop, and other one is while. And then we will start on the while. Okay. Actually, I still don't using while. I will more familiar with the for loop. Okay, you can look at here. Basic while loop structure. What's this idea? For example, we needed to print from the 1 to 9, and actually we needed to give the your code a logic. What kind of the logic? You can say when you will start. So I will start from the 0. I is equal to 0. Okay. So you will imagine that today we have a variable, and today you needed to run 10 times. In the first time you are 1. Second time you will be 2, and the third one you will be 3. So you are the variable. Your value will keep changing. How to change it? So they will give you a logic. What kind of the logic? When we will end it. So the first thing is when we will start. We will start from the 0, and we will stop before the 10. Right? So I is smaller than 10, and we will keep running. In today, the I is smaller than 10, and we will make sure our loop will keep running. Okay. So when we will change our variable in here, okay, I is equal to I add 1. So this meaning is our I at the beginning is 0, so they will enter into this loop, and we will know the 0 add 1, so our new I will become 1, right? So in here, we will print 1. And when we finish that, we will evaluate if the 1 is smaller than 10, and we will keep running. So we will go to here, 1 add 1, so that will become 2. So print 2. And we will evaluate 2 is smaller than 10, so we will keep running it. And finally, we will become maybe the 10, and print 10, and we will go to here. If the 10 is smaller than 10, no, this is equal. So we will stop our loops. we will start our loop. So that is our loop logic. Loop logic. So what the thing we need to do? The first thing is when you will start it. And the second thing is when you will stop it, when you will end it. And the third one is what kind of your pattern. Every time you add 1, every time you add 2, every time you add 3, it will give you your logic, your pattern logic. And what the action you needed to do. I want to print the results. I want to print the output, so I just print it. Okay, so that is while loop. Just like this way. Just like this way. Okay, and another thing is this one. If today I just print it, and every time I will enter into the next line. Every time I will enter into the next line. But if today I set it up with a print, just we end with this empty. Okay, I just give a empty. So you will see that will not enter into the next line. They just using an empty character and to connect with each result. Okay, so you can see that will become the 1 and empty 2, empty 3, empty 4. Okay, we just changing the end way. Okay, so I will show you. You will look my code in here. Just our while loop is I is equal to 0, and when I is smaller than 10, and we will keep running. Every time I will print I, just like this way. And the other one is we changing the ending approach. Okay, we will using an empty character, so that will become this way. And if today you wanna change it, you wanna smaller than 100. Okay, so we will run it. So that will print from the 1 to 100. We're just using the 4 lines and to finish this one. Okay, but traditionally, if we wanna print from the 1 to 100, we needed to type in so much, right? So that is an easy way. Okay, so now it's your turn, and maybe you can try to type with this. Okay, to experience your loop structure. Okay, now we will keep going. Okay, please look at here. So you will know that the loop is not too difficult, right? It's quite easy to understand. So please just no worry. But when you enter into the loop world, and there is a very scary thing is your computer will shut down. When you facing the never-ending infinity loop. Okay, in Chinese we say 无限回圈. Your loop is just keep running, never stop it. Okay, that will run out your computer's memories. Okay, so when you enter into this situation and you just using Control Alt and delete, and you just stop your Jupyter, and you will rerun your Jupyter again. So just no worry about that, and you will create a new notebook to run it. So no worry about that. Just like this way, if today we ask a variable is equal to 0, and we say while count is equal to 0, so this loop will keep running. They will give you so many hello NCKU. Okay, till you run out all the memory from your computers. Okay, so that is a never-ending infinity loop. So when you facing this issue, please no worry. That is just a common situation. Okay, so now we will enter into another approaches is for loop. I believe that you will more familiar with for loop compared to the while loop. Okay, so what's for loop? Okay, you can using this approach to further your understanding. If today you want to print the number from 1 to 5, from the 1 to 5, how to print it? We can have these 3 dimensions. The first one is the start. When you want to start it, and how to repeat it, and what's your action. Okay, for example, in the start, I will give a variable, is variable I. You can give another variable name, like A or B or the other variable name. All is acceptable. So I want to start from the 1 and up to the 5. Okay, so we will start to the 5, and every time, and then I want to print it. Okay, just what the action I want to take. So that is what the action I want to take. I just wanna print the variable value. Okay, so let's just print I. So based on this logic, the code, our code will so simple. Okay, like this way. Just for I in range 1 to 10. So this meaning is I will start from the 1 and stop before the 10. Okay, so that will become the from 1 to 9. And every time I just wanna print it. Okay, so you will see I give the column, and here I needed to have a tab space. I need to give the tab space to make sure these things is inside our loop. Inside our loop. So I will show you. We will come to here. This is our loop, right? If today I using this way, I don't want to give any tab space in here. So that will facing a challenge. Okay, facing a problem. But if today I give the tab space, okay, so that will run it. That will run it. So this is really easy to understand. Just if today you want to create a variable, the first thing is we needed to give a variable. The second thing is we needed to give the range, when we will start it and when we want to stop it. And after that, what the action I needed to do. Just after our columns, I needed to give our action in here. Okay, so I will print it. I will print it. So that will be our answer. Okay, and for example, you can do the other thing just like this. I can show that I is equal to maybe I is 0 and this one, and I can print it just like this way. At the beginning A is 0, right? And here is just like A is equal to A at I. Okay, so that will help me to count it. Okay, in the math subject, sometimes we will do the things like this way. Just like 1 at 2 and 2 just become the 3, right? And the 3 at 3, that will become the 6. And the 6 at the 4, that will become the 10. Okay, so that will just like our math subject. So I just wanna told you our loop function is not only just print just the easy print. We can do the other things. We can also conduct the arithmetic operation. Okay, so now maybe you can just use in an easy way. We just wanna print the I. Okay, just print the I, and you will find out that this way is more structured and more easier to understand. We're just using the 2 line and can finish the loop. Just compare to the while, right? Okay, so now it's your turn. You can try to use in your for loop. So you can look here, just our printings and our for loop, just using the range. But actually, maybe that is really easy to understand the range, just like the meaning from the range, right? Just we give the starting point and the ending point. So actually the range, you can give the three values. Okay, not only the 2 value. Just we can give the starting point and a stopping point, and also the step. Okay, but actually if you just give the 2 variable, and they will think, oh, that is start and stop. Okay, because they will give a initial or the default value for the step is 1. So every step is just 1. So every time I just add 1. So this will start from the 1 to 10. But if today you wanna change the step, that is also acceptable. How to change it? You can give the third number. Okay, the third value. So I can start from the 1 and stop in the 10, and every time I just add 2. Okay, so that will become the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, so that is when we give the 3 numbers into our range. Okay, and before this, I wanna show you another thing. Is just like this way. I can have a loop x in range 1 to 10. Okay, and I can print x. Okay, we already know this one, right? But is that possible? Today I put the two for loop together. I can put the two for loop. Another will be the y. Range is 1 to this way. Okay, this in Taiwan, we needed to memorize that 99 multiplications table, 九九乘法表, right? So we can use in this way to do this. The first line is x is start from the 1, and we needed to multiply with y. And the y will start from the 1 and to the 9. So that will become the x is 1 multiplied with y 1. So that will be 1. And the x is also in the 1 and with y2, so that will become 2. And the TL to 9. And when we enter into the next circle, x will become the 2. And the 2 to multiply with the y. Also y is start from the 1 to 9. And we will enter into our circle 3. Okay, so that will keep running. That's just when we using the two loops in the same time. Okay, so now I wanna give you an practice is this one. How to do this? If today you needed to give a multiplication table, and we needed to show the result like this way. So when we finish one circle, okay, we need to enter into the next line. Okay, so the first circle is in the first line, and the second circle will in the second line. So how to stop it? Okay, how to stop it? Maybe we can use in the reminder. Do you remember what is reminder? We can use in the percent. If the percent is 9, and we will know we will stop it. We will enter into the next line, right? So you will try to think how to deal with that. Maybe you can use in the control structure and to evaluate that. Okay, so now is your turn. Please try to finish your assignment 1. So the first of all we can use in the end is equal to empty, right? So that will become this way. So you need to evaluate when we need to enter into the next line. Is when the y is equal to 9 and we need to enter into next line, or x is equal to 9, we needed to enter into the next line. You needed to check with this. You needed to check with this. So, okay, I already give you a lot of the hints. 就你可以去判断一下，我们是要判断 x 等于9的时候，我要到下一行，还是 y 等于9的时候，我要到下一行？那如果是 y 等于9的时候要到下一行，那是不是只有 y 等于9的时候我是不需要 and 的？那它就会到下一行了。那其他的时候我需要这个 and， 因为我才会一个接一个这样子跑下去，对吧？提示很多了，懂的都懂。请我助教等一下来帮你看，好。平均在哪里？好快哦。OK。那梦觉是哪一位 ？OK， 是觉嘛？知道这个东西，其实我们看得出来是用卷积 AI 打的还是密集打的，就有时候它会有一些痕迹。就有些人他用的方法不是我们课堂用的方法的话，就会很像是 GPT 出来的东西。 here. If you haven't finished this one, and maybe you can look at here, you will know how to deal with this issue. So we already have the for loop, and we already create the 99's multiplication table. And now maybe we needed to using the if, just our conditional statement to check that we needed to enter into the next line or not, right? So I can use in this way, just check the if y is equal to 9, and we will enter into next line, and else if not, and we will print this one just like this way, and I can do the thing like this one. Okay, so if y is equal to 9, we will enter into the next line. If not, we just give an empty space. So I will check it. So that will be a 99 multiplication table, and actually that is not structured enough. So I will recommend you to enter into this one. Just I give a tab space. Wait me the moment. Oh, I needed to use in this way. Okay, so this will be the structure way. I just give the tab space between the value. Okay, so you can see this table is quite structured. Okay, so if you wanna, you can try to understand this structure. Okay, I give you the extra maybe 2 minutes. Okay, we will keep going. So you can see this one. This I think the slide is just really clear to show you why we need to use in a /t, that is a tab minute, and why we needed to use in a /n, that is insert and or enter into a new line. Okay, and we can also set it up with this app just to not enter into the next line. Okay, so now you will try to practice how to have your conditional statement. Okay, for example, like these questions, just when we needed to enter into next line. So we will know y is equal to 9, we needed to enter into next line. So that is our conditional statement. Okay, so sometimes in your daily life, you also facing so many questions, and you needed to translate your daily life situation into your logic statement. Okay, so just like this way, we just try to evaluate that is equal to 9 or not. And other things is I wanna you combine another thing is this one. Okay, 1 multiply 1 is equal to 1. Okay, so you also needed to put this one into your code. Okay, like 1 is for what? 1 maybe is your x, and multiply this sign, that is a string, right? And what is another one? That is y. And equal is a string, and that is x multiply y, right? So how to have an output like this way? How to have an output like this way? So you need to try to think how to combine with the variable and your string. How to combine the variable, string, and the variable. Okay. You haven't finished the assignment, and you can look at here. Here I will tell you how to finish our assignment. Okay, just for example, if I needed to put x in here, and also times with we need to have a multiply sign, and also the y variable, and equal to our answer. Okay, so this is one way. I will show you. Wait a moment. Oh, here I also needed to have a comma in here, so we will see just like this way. Okay, and the other way is you can use in this approach is x add this one, and add y, and add equal, add our answer. Okay, but actually we needed to do this. I will show you. We will get an error like this way. They will say, oh, that is an integer, not a string. Okay, so we cannot combine it. So we needed to translate this one. Just string and the string and also the string. So I will finish that. But there still have something wrong. It's because you will see we don't have any empty in here. But in here, every single character just we have another space, right? So they just have a different space. So that will change our format. Okay. But if I make these two things as the same, that is also okay. So just like this way. But maybe just no tab in here. Okay, so that is our answer. You can use in the two approaches. To finish that. Okay, just choosing one approach you like. Okay, just wanna told you if today I wanna combine the variable and the string, we needed to evaluate today our variable is a string or an integer. Okay, if today that is an integer, we needed to translate the integer become a string. So you can see here I just forced to change the integer as a string. Okay, so we will remove the arrow. Okay, so if you wanna learn this, and I will leave in here for 1 minute, and you can check with this. Okay, let's keep going. So now I wanna show you an interaction. Okay, you can see this one. Actually, in the previous class, we learned the data set. Some of the data sets can help us to store a series of the data, right? For example, we have one thing is a list. For example, in the list, we can store so many value or so many data in there. No matter today we wanna store the string or wanna store the numbers, all the things will be okay. So we can use in this way to store the number. So I just using a for loop and using for I in lottery list, and I will print I. So what the thing we will get? We will get the 12, 36, 23, or we will get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do you think with this? If you think it's 12, 36, 23, and please raise your hand. Okay, some of you think it's 12, 36, and other option is that will show the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, please raise your hand. No. I want to ask you again. We have the two options. Okay, you needed to guess that. Today I create a list. It's lottery list. It's from the 12, 36, 23, and 7, 5, 16. Our list we have a 6 number in there, and I wanna using a loop just for I in lottery list. So I wanna print I. So what the value I will print out? The option 1 is we will print this number. The second option is we will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have the two options. I wanna know your answer. Please everyone raise your hand. If you think it's option 1, just we will print out the 12, 36, 23. If you think it's this one, please raise your hand. Okay. If you think it's second option, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, please raise your hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see the answer. We will show this one. So you will find out that is quite smart, right? They know how many things in there, and they just really easy to show the value from our list. Okay. For example, I will show you just like this way. if today I using the lottery list 1, that will show 36. Okay, but we will try to think another thing is we needed to know the lottery length. Just we needed to know, or maybe that is 6. So we will give a length is, we know the values from the lottery list is 6. So if today I using the 4J in range 6, print J, that will become this one, from the 0 to the 5, from the 0 to the 5, because here is only show the index. Here is only show the index. This one is lottery length. This one is not the lottery list. Okay, but if today we just put the lottery list, we just put a list in here, that will help us to show all the value directly. That will show all the value directly. But if you're using this way, if you wanna using this way, you needed to combine with lottery list. Okay, and I can using this way to show the which index. Lottery list index 0, and we will show the 12, and the index 2 we will show the 23. Okay, so that is just a way to there is just 3 approaches to show the different numbers, Okay, so this concept is just really like traditionally. For example, I have my course list, like the data analytics and the case study and the information management. I have a course like this, and I can maybe I can use in X in course list. I can also print X. Oh, wait a moment. Here needed to equal to this one. So that will help us show all the data. Okay. So if today you wanna give a variable in a list, that will show all the value. But if today that is just a number, so that will show from the 0 to your numbers. Okay, I give you another example. You will know just like this way. 4 y in 6, and we wanna print y. Maybe just like this way. I can use in this way, range. Okay, range. Okay, so that is for loop, and that is our list. Today we just try to combine the list and the for loop, and we will show all the value from our list. Okay, so now it's your turn. You can try to practice with this one. Okay, just you create a list and using the for to run out all of the value from the list. From the next part, you can look at here. Next time we show you the list, the tuple, and the set. That's your 3 data type, right? The 3 kinds of the data type. The first one is the list, okay, and the second one is tuple, and the third one is the set. We're just using the different brackets. Okay, so now I wanna ask you to observe that. What's the difference from their result? So I will show you this one. The first one is list, the second one is tuple, and the third one is a set. What's their difference? We just store the same thing. 12, 36, 23, 7, 5, and 16. And the 3 is the same, right? But the output, what's their difference? And why? the order of the set is different. Why the order of the set is different?
The set do not have the order.
Oh, they don't have the order, they don't have the sequence, right? So in our second class, I show you the data type when we using the set. That cannot memorize your sequence, cannot memorize your order of your value. Okay, but the list and the tuple we can memorize the sequence and the order. But only the list we can change it. We can add a new value into the list, and we can also remove a value from our list. Okay, so that is their difference. That is their difference. And all of these three, we can combine with our for loop. We can combine with our for loop. It's a set. You can see the first one is lottery list, and the second one is lottery tuple, and the third one is lottery set. And we just combine with the for and the for I in lottery list to show all the things. For I in lottery tuple prints I all the value, and the for I in lottery set all the value will be shown. Okay, so that is really basic, and I just want to show you that we can using the for loop combine with any data type, combine with the data any data type. Okay. So maybe we can enter into the next part. I want to show you another thing is this one. How to make a loop in regular. Actually, our loop is follow a specific pattern, okay, a repeat pattern, right? But if today we don't want to make it so repeat, we don't want to make it something different. So we can use in an approach. What kind of the approach? We have two approaches. The first one is break. Break. Break is just finish this loop. If we say, oh, we want to use in a for loop from the 1 to 100, but when the number is hit maybe 50, we need to stop it. We don't want to run this loop anymore, so we can use in the break. We can use in the break. But if today we just want to skip the 50, we can use in the continue. This is just like a pass. Okay, when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 49, 50 of pass. So we will not print the 50, and we will directly move to the 51. That is continue. So the break is just finish the loop, and the continue is just a pass. Okay, so that is just these two things different. Just like this way, I will show you the left-hand side, your left-hand side, we're using the break. Just we want to call it from the 1 to 9, and when the variable is equal to 5, we will finish our loop. So you will see our results. Just stop in the 4. Okay, we just don't want to run it anymore. And if today we're using the continue, so we just pass the 5. When the value or the number hits the 5, and we just skip it. We just skip it. So we only lose the 5. The other numbers is still in there. Okay, so that is break and continue. And maybe you can try to practice with this. Okay, you can type in this in your computer. And now we will enter into today our last assignment. Okay, it's here. So no worry, we need to understand the meaning from this assignment is please use a loop to output the number from 1 to 100, but skip the even number. Skip the even number. So when that is even number, we needed to pass it. We needed to pass it. And if an even number is also a multiple of 3, also a multiple of 3, then print it and start a new line. We also needed to print it and start a new line. So what's this meaning? What's our first condition? If I am you, I will using the if, else if, and else. These three if. the first one I needed to check that is multiple of 6 or not. If today that is a multiple of 6, I needed to print it and start a new line, right? And if today if is equal to 2, we just continue, right? And else, we just print it. We just print it, but not enter into the next line. So we just have if, and else. This is our logic, okay? So that is just a phenomenon, that is just a situation, but you try to get your own logical structure, okay? So even the first sentence is, they wanna ask you to skip the even numbers, but actually that is not your first condition. Your first condition is that is multiple of 6 or not, right? Otherwise, if today you make skip the even number as your first condition, you will skip all the things. You will not waiting for your multiple of 6, right? So multiple of 6 will be your first condition. Okay, so that is my explanation, and now is your turn. Please try to finish this assignment.
就是看到这种题目的时候啊，其实你们不要太紧张，然后也不要根据题目直接去转换成你的想法，而是看完整个题目之后，你看他叫你做什么。第一件事情，他叫你输出1至100，但是他有一个但书哦，你必须要去跨越2的倍数。但是他的第三件事情是什么？如果是2的倍数的话，但是它同时可以被3整除的话，我们必须要把它保留下来，而且换到下一行，所以现在会变成什么？它应该要显示的是1356，然后就换到下一行，对不对？然后就变成7、9、11、12，然后换到下一行。所以你要先判断的是什么？你要先判断的是它是否是6的倍数。如果是6的倍数的话，我们就要 print 它，然后换到下一行。那另外一个是，如果是偶数的话 ，pass， 就是我们可以 continue， 对不对？那最后它不符合上面2种情境的时候，你就 print 出来就好。但是不用换它，所以我们就要多设定一个 and。那这3件事情通通满足的话，你就可以完成这个题目。对。So give you an English version when you're facing this issue, and please don't worry about that. I think we have the 3 conditions, and we needed to show all the numbers from the 1 to 100. But actually, if today that is an even number, we needed to skip it. Okay, but actually that is not our first condition, because if we skip it, and we will lose our multiple of 6, right? So our first condition will be, we needed to check that if today that is a multiple of 6, and we will print it and enter into next line. And our second condition will be check if today that is an even number. We just continue because we needed to pass it. And if your situation is not these 2, so that is the other one. So we will using else. Using else, just print the number but not enter into the next line. Okay, so that is our 3 conditions, and we will finish this assignment. So the answer will be 1, 3, 5, 6, and the next line will be 7, 9, 11, 12 in the next line.
所以它旁边是空。对。但是你现在变成是6，然后80多行。但是我个人习惯是不加挂号，其他程序也都有加挂号，所以有时候都会忘记。所以一般就是挂号，然后但是不用冒号。但是在开整体，那个本挂本不挂，然后但是要冒号。If you haven't finished, and you can look at here, Okay, I will give you the answer is, we're just using a while loop, and x is equal to 0, and every time we add 1. And we follow a logic, just when we need to enter into the loop, is we set a condition. If today x is smaller than 100, and we will keep going. So when we enter into the loop, we needed to using the if and else to check it. So the first condition is we check that is a multiple of 6 or not. If today that is a multiple of 6, we need to print the x, and we just enter into the next line. So we don't need to set it up with the n. Okay. And the second one is today if that is a multiple of 2, and we will pass it. So we will set it up with a continue. And if not this two situation, that is another situation. Okay, we will just print it, but we will not enter into the next line. So we will set it up with end with a space. Okay, empty space. So that will just our result from the 1 to 99, from the 1 to the 99. Okay, so you can see all the multiple of 6 will enter into the next line. Okay, so that is our final result.
可以，也是一样的事情。You can also using the for loop, not certainly using the while loop.
因为我的写法比较不一样，所以我想问这个为什么它会自动换？因为我这边我写的时候，我是有给它一个这个斜线N，然后是我
因为它本身就已经换行了，那你又在斜线N，如果我们都不写的话，就已经换行了。你多一个斜线N就是多换一行。
哦，所以你说我这边空格比较大的原因就是多换一行。
对，因为本身不写的话，它就会换行了。
哦，因为本身这个条件写出来，
本身 print 的话，我们只要这样子就已经换行了。
为什么？这个不是 tab？
这是 tab 啊，但是你如果 print x，它还是换行，所以它自动本身就是换行。对，我可以给你看，就是举例来讲，如果我们，比如说我们用 i 等于0嘛，然后 while i 小于100，然后这个有括号吗？我有点忘记。while i 小于100，然后 i 等于 i 加1，然后我们 print i。OK， 假设我这样，它是不是都自动换行？它本身就换行。那好，我今天如果用一个 tab 键，那它就只是有一个空格而已。那如果我们再设定一个 n， 这样，它就只是多一个空格。对，那所以这个就是为什么你会多换一行的原因。那如果你要用斜线 n， 那它就是跟原本的意思一样。对，看它这样 ，OK， 好。
Okay, later I will show you, but actually that is our, today our course is just end in here.